Whistle sounds. Rentz with the approach. Averaging about the 13-yard line. We're going to have a penalty flag as Barnes catches it at the 10.
The flag is hanging limp right now. So just a beautiful night and much better than last Friday night's weather.
Oh, yeah.
So 5-yard walk-off. Rentz will make the approach again. This one is, again, over Barnes' head. He actually drops it inside the 10, picks it up, looks for a block as he heads to the far sideline, squirts through an arm tackle across the 25, out to the 30, 35, 36-yard line where he's finally brought down. Sometimes Flugie, when coming out with a one-back set, trips left. Kendon, Tucker, and Barnes. Cobble all alone to the right of the formation. That's the short side of the field. Lennox on Koenig's left. Barks out the signals. There's the handoff to Lennox, bounces it outside, breaks one arm tackle, looking for that sideline at the 40, turns it up 45 midfield, another arm tackle, skirts through again, looking for a block, cuts it back 30, he's at the 25, through another tackle, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, first play from scrimmage, 64 yards, Bears on the board right away.
Well, and Luke did such a terrific job using his blockers. He weaved back and forth, and once he got the opening, he was not going to be caught.
And what is that, the second time this year that he scored on the first play of the game?
Uprights. Rocha to snap to Rummelhart. Kendon to kick the extra point here. They get set. Kendon with the nod. Rummelhart signals for the snap on the money. Kick is up and right through the uprights. So 24, the signal from the head referee. Kilberg and Volant back deep to receive here for the Comets. Standing about their own 12 or 15-yard line. Kendon. High end over end, angling away. Kilberg fields back at the 5. Heads up the far sideline and tiptoes his way down the sideline. Falls across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He has 328 yards, about 82 per contest. They do a lot of four-wide looks, similar to what the Bears do. Shuffle motion from Stilmunkus. Now we're going to have a penalty at one of those defensive back spots. Number 24, a sophomore, in place of Matt Shaver. There's that motion. They'll hand it off to Kilberg, off tackle left side, and fighting his way ahead for maybe a couple on all levels. He's starting to see guys, the quarterback's making the call at the line of scrimmage, look over to the sideline. Trips right. They're going to just toss it out here, and Barnes forces Kilberg up and gets tripped up by Graves at the 40-yard line. They're running that trips bunch again tight on the left side of the formation this time. Daughtry on 3rd down and 2, pitches left side. Kilberg trying to get to the outside, and he's wrestled down out there by Barnes. We got a flag coming in from the referee way in the backfield. Yards from the spot, which would have been about a 2-yard loss, but it right to the first down marker. Bellevue right back up to the line. Rentz splits out left. They've got 3 receivers stacked in a line on the right side. They're going to run a little screen out here to Volant. Tries to get to the outside. Graves turns him back in, and a great job coming over by Tucker, I believe that was. 2nd down and 11. Ball sitting at the Bellevue 42.5-yard line. 9:37 to go, opening quarter. West Branch 7, Bellevue 0. Now they're going to have illegal motion right there as both wings.
See, we have Rocha and Grosvenor.
Yep.
Starting at the tackles.
Trips right this time. Daughtry straight drop back to pass, sets up the screen underneath for Kilberg, makes the grab, and Barnes is right there to bring him down again. That's going to be a loss of another 1.5 yards or so. And now a 3rd down and long for the Comets. Twins both ways. Dalton Anderson in the backfield next to Daughtry. Out of the gun. Daughtry looks back over to the sideline. Straight drop back to pass. Pump and go. Looks to that far side. And good coverage down here by Lennox as he forces Volant to the sideline, out of bounds. That'll be incomplete. Barnes back deep to receive this, standing near his own 25-yard line. There is end-over-end kick that Barnes will field back at the 25, heads straight up the field, cuts it back to the outside, looking for some running room. There he goes, down that far sideline, across midfield. He's at the 40, gets a block, cuts it back up, nothing but green in front of him. He's going to take this one all the way to the house. Second week in a row. Aaron Barnes, this one 75 yards. I don't need my offensive stat sheet for the Bears now. It's one play, one score.
Stayed with their guy long enough for Aaron to make a move.
So with 8:18 to go here in the opening quarter, Bears go up 13-0. Snap down, kick up. Kindon will make it 14. Deep. Big 75 Ty Oster back there kind of leading the way for him about the 20-yard line. 14-0 Bears. 8:18 to go first quarter. There is the approach, and Valant will field this one at the 11. Heads up the near side, gets strung out, gets through a little hole, comes down out to the 45-yard line where he's finally escorted the rest of possession at the 40-yard line. Send twins left with the tight end that way. Dalton Anderson actually in the slot. He's going to shuffle motion. They will run a trap play right behind him. Kielberg jumps through that hole out into that second level before he's brought down at the 45-yard line by...
Be aware of that trap play coming up the middle. They got to read the lineman in front of them.
Same formation, same motion, almost the exact same play. And that time Grosvenor did a much better job, just shucked his guy to the ground and then holds him up for no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 from the 45. Clock runs 7:10 to go first quarter. Bears up 14-0. Number 7, Trey Daughtry, freshman in, splits out wide left. Straight drop back to pass. Coming down the near side is still Munkus, and it hit him right in the shoulders. He had a step on Tucker, Jerry, and just didn't bring it in. That would have been a big play right there for the Comets. It was right where he could catch it.
You got to catch those balls.
So Barnes back deep to receive again. Rentz at his 30 to put a foot in it. Barnes standing just inside the 20. Snap a little high. Rentz brings it down. Pressure by Sparks. This one a sidewinder that is going to take a Bellevue hop, and we'll get down by Still Munkus down inside the 20 at the 19.
14 points.
Coming out in the straight eye formation this time. Kindon and Linnock behind Koenig up under center. He will hand off right up the middle at that ISO for Linnock, and he fights his way across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
But this is the time that they really need to start improving.
Trips left. Linnock straight behind Koenig. Kabla all alone to the right side. They're going to run the speed option that way. There's the pitch on the money. Linnock tries to turn it back up. Now cuts it back to the near side at the 20, 25. Valant tries to trip him up, slows him enough so that 51 Mason Lyons gets the stop out to the 37-yard.
Well, obviously, it helped the Bellevue defensive end didn't contain on that.
Yeah.
He got overextended.
Koenig back up under center this time. There is the handoff up the middle for Kindon. He sidesteps one man, runs over the safety, falls his way into Bellevue territory down at the 44-yard line.
You know, I think that defensive back could be 10 yards to the side, and Devin would veer towards him.
Yeah. There is off tackle right side for Linnock, looking for some running room, fighting his way forward, anything he can. Able to fall head for about 3 on the play.
That's what you've got to do, especially with the young players that we've got.
Out of the eye this time. Koenig, straight ISO for Linnock. Sutter step, now cuts it back to the right side. He's at the 35, look out, 30, 25. He's at the 15, the 10. Valant tries to push him out and does, just inside. We'll see where they spot him out. The 5, 4, 3, 2, at the 1. Koenig making sure everybody's set. Got receivers split wide, almost to the sidelines on either side. Offset eye. Behind Koenig, long count, turns, tosses near side, and Linnock fumbles it and has to eat it back at the 6-yard line. First quarter, Bears up 14-0, looking to add more, 2nd and goal. Bellevue stacking that box, showing blitz. They're going to run the triple option. They'll hand it to Kindon up the middle. Squirts down to about the 2, give him 4 on the play. Going unbalanced this time. Kindon will go in motion. Barnes lines up in the fullback back there. They're going to toss it to Linnock to the right side. Looks for a wall, turns it up, trying to fight his way, does into the end zone for the West Branch touchdown. From 2 yards out, his 2nd score of the night. pushes the Bears' lead to 20-0. 3:11 to go now here in the first quarter. Camden to attempt the extra point. Snap a little low. Good pressure, and that one is blocked. They've been showing some speed off the edge. Well, I mean, kind of the feeling Saturday afternoon was we lost that game.
Yeah, it was, really.
And
it was a fairly close game until we
Yeah.
broke it loose in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So Kilberg and Volant back deep to receive again. Kendon, another high end-over-end. Kilberg at the 11. Angles up middle of the field and is wrestled down across the 30. That is where Bellevue. You think to our shirts that we wore week number 2, don't play for him, play like him, number 52. And Donnie's been trying to do just that. Shuffle motion from Stillmonkus. Penalty flag comes in as they hand off to Kilberg right up the middle. Breaks through a couple arm tackles, keeping those legs churning before Barnes finally wrestles him down at the 39 yards. So there's a lot of underclassmen out there. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Bears 20, Bellevue 0. Daughtry, straight drop back to pass, runs the slant route over here to Volant, makes the catch, cuts it back to the outside. Tucker able to trip him up just barely, but not before he gets to the 42-yard line.
Right in between the numbers.
So 1st and 10 out to the 43-yard line. Twins either way. Now they're going to shuffle motion with Stillmonkus again. They will run right behind him with Kilberg. He tries to cut it to the outside, and he finds some running room, fighting his way across midfield, and he's going to be close to another. 1st and 10 into West Branch territory at the 48-yard line. Got Dalton Anderson in the backfield this time. Kilberg lining up in the slot. Another straight drop back to pass. Now Daughtry steps up in the pocket, breaks contain, and Kendon is there to wrestle him down as he's across the 45 to the 44. Give him yards.
Yeah, and I think the Bears had pretty good coverage downfield too, which helps.
Trips bunched tight to the right of the formation. Daughtry, again, straight drop back to pass. A couple of pump fakes. Throws on the run, and he's got his man Kilberg over here, and Kilberg fell down. They're going to get contact, though. Yards down to the 30-yard line, and a first down for the Bears. Bellevue. The launch split wide all the way over here to the near side. Twins to the left. Now you're going to have a timeout here by the Comets.
Timeout, Comets.
Volant staying split wide to the near side.
1st and 10 for the Comets.
He's matched up with Tucker. Twins left. They're going to run the counter that way with Kilberg, and Grosvenor slowed him down enough. Donovan finishes him off for no gain. They've been running that trap play, and he read the guard and went right behind it. So 2nd down and 10. Twins either direction. Daughtry, straight drop back to pass. Under pressure, forced out. Rolling, looking to throw on the run. Now he pump fakes. He's going to keep it. Actually sidesteps Barnes. Barnes does a good job to hang on to him and bring him down for a gain of only 5. 15 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Bellevue trying to get one more play in. 3rd down and 5. And they're not going to get it off. Stop. Bellevue drive. A couple of decent runs and a couple of penalties by the Bears helping them down the field. This West Branch defense trying to stiffen up here, though. Daughtry, the quarterback, throws the quick out route to Kilberg. Makes a nice catch above his head. He's brought down right away, though. I think they're 0 for 3 on field goal attempts. 4th down and 4 at the 24. Daughtry again, straight drop back to pass, throws the route, and there is Barnes with good defense. Gets the hands up. They were looking for that post route down there for Stillmonkus. Wargo and Tucker will split out left. Kendon and Kabla to the right. Canning out of the gun. Lennox straight behind him. Shifting around over there by the defense. There's Lennox to the line of scrimmage. Tried to cut it back, and he's the freshman just kind of trotting back over to the other side. And there's some of that youth coming through again. Trips left, Twins right. Koenig straight drop back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws it. He's got a man out there at Barnes. Turns it back up at the 40. Breaks through a couple of tackles. Fighting his way out all the way to midfield. A gain of 24 on the play. First down. First and 10 Bears, just across midfield. Trips right this time. Lennox in the backfield. Looking for Kindon on that little flare route out here. Looks for a block at the 40. Runs over another man inside the 30. Inside 35 rather than 32. Bears come out in a wing formation this time. And there is the handoff off tackle left side. Lennox waiting, jumps over a defender, but is greeted by 2 or 3 more as he gets to the 30-yard line.
Closes up fast.
Flip the formation, go the other way. Tucker now shuffle motion, and we're going to have a movement up front by the...
It's still work in progress.
2nd and 13, back to the 36. Koenig straight drop back to pass, good protection, fires the out route here to Barnes at the 30. Makes a couple of guys miss, turns it back to the middle of the field, and there he's wrestled down to the 23-yard line. He did get enough, move the sticks at the 22-yard, and just inside the 23. Straight eye this time for Koenig. Triple option. They're going to hand it off to the dive back, and Kindon bowls his way down to the 19.
And that also sets up number 32.
Yeah. Staying in the eye. They're going to go to 32 that time, and it's bottled up there, and he's looking for some running room, but not a whole lot. He's going to 3rd down and 4 from the 17. Twins either direction. Koenig again, straight drop back to pass. He's got Wargo on the out route, and he makes the catch backpedaling, and he's wrestled down just inside, well, actually just outside the 5 at the 6. Call him officially unofficial. 1st and goal for the Bears. Back to that unbalanced look with Barnes in the backfield, Kindon in the slot on the left. Thought about motion. Now the fumble on the snap. The ball is free, and Bellevue signaling that they've got it.
Basically, I think that was as Luke Lennox was going in almost virtually into the end zone and fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
We're going to have to tighten that up.
Yeah. Twins both ways for Daughtry. Straight drop back to pass. Looks for the screen out here. The little flare out to Kilberg. And he gets a block, and down the sideline he comes. He's at the 35-yard line. Wargo tries to trip him up. Kilberg stays on his feet across midfield. Kindon running down from behind. Brings him down at the 33, it looked like. About the 30.
Play on Bellevue's part.
Yeah, Bellevue's wide receiver blocked on that one, too, which is really what sprung it.
Comets. Long time getting the play call. Now they will play action. Daughtry's going to keep it right behind his fullback, and he's inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 6. Speaking of Quinny, it looks like Dietz and Tyson are in at the defensive tackles right now, too.
Yeah, Coach Telly has been rotating.
And you see why right there is Dietz just greets the ball carrier, Dalton Anderson, in the backfield. They spot it back up to the 27. 3rd down and call about a short 4. Daughtry looks over to the sideline. He's got Twins either way. Long count, straight drop back to pass. Fires the float pass over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Kilberg was trying to get down on that seat. And then Luke Lennox with a 2-yard touchdown run. Bears drove down to the 5-yard line before they fumbled the snap. And now here comes Daughtry throwing to Vallant. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers a strike. And that'll go down to the 15-yard line. We'll see if Hank's listening or not. 1st and 10 at the 14 for the Comets. Penalty flag comes in as long.
Evans was right on him and was just a half a second from drilling him in the back.
Comets. Twins either way. Play action. Daughtry forced out of the pocket. Now forced back the other way. Penalty flag comes in. Daughtry steps up underneath the pressure, runs into his own blocker, falls ahead to the 10-yard line. Flag comes in at the end of the run.
The matchup between number 52 for Bellevue and Colton Dietz, and Colton Dietz is getting held about every play.
So 1st and a country mile out here for Bellevue. They run that screen again, and right there greets Kilberg in the chest as he makes the catch. Sophomore would kind of rotate. Graves would come in at corner, and Koenig would be out, and then Koenig would come in at a safety. Twins either way, and another delay.
That you get a delay of game.
So 2nd and 37 from the 42-yard line. There's a fumble on the handoff. Kilberg falls on it, and it will be actually a gain of about a yard on that one. And 10. They converted the 4th down to the 15. And then a couple of penalties pushed them back. They're back to the 41-yard line now. There's pressure, and Barnes on the blitz. There's the pass, incomplete. One hopped on the outright. He would have been well short. Barnes standing back at his own 5-yard line. Rentz, snap on the money. Kicks this one away from Barnes. Angling near side, hits at the 6, and goes out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Beautiful locker room.
It'll be interesting to the play call here, basically with our backs to the end zone.
Yeah. Lenock about halfway deep in that end zone. They're going to hand it off to Kendon, and he just bowls his way out, pushing the pile to the 10-yard line. Second down and 3 from the 10, out of the eye. Tucker left, Wargo right. There is the handoff. Nope, Koenig's going to keep it himself, and he fools everybody.
And
there he goes.
Gone.
Track speed, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 90-yard touchdown run for Cooper Koenig. Great job selling the fake to Kendig. Pulled it out. Those 5 linebackers all sucked in on number 8. Koenig pulled it out and said, here's a 90-yard dash. I'm going to set a school record.
Yeah, and Cooper's pretty...
Everybody went for Kendon, and the defensive end went for Lenock, and Cooper just had a sprint.
Bears going to go for 2 to make it back to a 28-point game. Koenig looks left, nobody there. Now he throws back into the middle of the field. The ball is caught. Yes! Great job as 2 defenders were right there. Kendon just kind of throwed the hands out and was somehow able to pull it in and convert the 2.
I don't know.
Bears kick coverage hopping around, ready to get down that field. Kendon with the approach. Another end-over-end Kilberg Fields at the 13. Heads up the near sideline and dances his way out to about the 35.
And truthfully, I mean, the Daughtry has not played that bad at all, and so I got to believe that they're going to take their chances with him with 2 minutes to go here.
Motion from Stillmunkus. They will hand it off up the middle with Kilberg, and he gets to the 35, a gain of about a yard.
Before half,
right?
Absolutely is a coaching situation that the kids and coaches can learn from.
Daughtry out of the gun. Play action. Rolls out to the right. Now throws down the middle of the field for Vallant. A little high. Tucker was right there to put his shoulder into his ribs as he tried bringing it down. Timeouts to go. 2:03 to go first half. 28-0 West Branch. Bellevue going to send trips right with Vallant, Stillmunkus, and Kilberg. Daughtry looks that way. Now the pocket collapses, and he's thrown down back at the 30-yard line.
And
there's 4 or 5 White at his own 20. Barnes back at the 30-yard line. 1:57. They put 6 seconds back on the clock. 1:57 to go before half. Rentz. Another high short kick. Barnes running up on it. And it's going to take a hop, and it hits. And Barnes is going to pick it up and run. It was first touched right there, so anything that happens from that point, it comes back to that spot.
Which, Gracie, I mean, every day they practice.
Oh, yeah. Twins left, I formation for Koenig. Sprint out to the left. Good protection. Throws. He's got Barnes out there. Barnes tries to turn it up, sidesteps a couple of guys. He's got to get that out of bounds as the penalty flag comes down right at the 45. First down at the 39. The Bears' offensive line right up at the ball. Whistle sounds. Crawl over it. Twins right, I formation this time. Sprint out to the right side for Koenig. Looking for a block on the outside. Now just throws this one away. As the receiver turned inside, he threw it outside. Couple seconds of the clock time right there, too. Back to Twins right. Koenig again sprinting out. Under pressure, throws back to the far side for Kendon. Almost intercepted. Vallant read that, jumped the route, and just
just enough for the Comets to take a shot at intercepting.
Now 3rd down and 10 from the 39. 1:17 to go before halftime. Koenig, straight drop back to pass. This time throws kind of a jump route. Barnes makes the catch as he falls out of bounds at the 31. Out of the gun, Twins both directions. Koenig Steps back, looks out. He's got Wargo wide open, makes the catch at the 24, turns it back to the outside. 19, gets a block. He's at the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Bears from 32 yards.
Hunter was so wide open, he looked around, he couldn't believe it before he caught the ball.
Rocha will center. Rummelhart will hold Devin Kindon.
Rummelhart with the hold for Kindon. See if the snap gets there a little quicker. On the money, kick is up, and it sails through the uprights. 58 seconds remain in this first.
The farther we go in the season, the better he's looking.
Yep. Kindon will put a foot into it. This one is a low squibber. Goes through one of the upbacks. Now Oster, the big guard, makes the catch, runs over a couple of guys out to about the 34-yard line. Give me my old number back, Coach. I want a ball carrier. Twins right. You've got a wing in tight on that side. Still Munkus will run that motion to the near side. They're going to run that trap right up the middle for Kilberg. And a big hole across the 45. Barnes misses him. Cross midfield, tripped up at the 44-yard line. 21 yards and a. Now they'll get right up on the line of scrimmage with 45 seconds to go. Still trying to get the play call. They're getting receivers set. Taking an extra 5 or 6 seconds there. Daughtry, quick out route and over the intended receiver. Falls incomplete.
Left.
Twins both ways. Dalton Anderson in the backfield next to Daughtry. Pressure. Evans forces him to tuck it under, and he's going to bring him down back at midfield. Looked like Daughtry was almost going to sneak away. Twins left. One right. Still Munkus. Shuffle motion to the near side. Handoff to Kilberg, right up the middle of the field. They've got that blocked well. Sidesteps a couple of guys. He's got the first down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another sending trips right. Trey Daughtry, the receiver, all alone to the left, the freshman. Brother Cade Daughtry, the quarterback, out of the gun. Straight drop back to pass. Steps up, throws, and this one is incomplete. Maybe look for them to do the same thing here, get out of bounds and give another shot at the end zone. Straight drop back to pass. Nope, they're going to go for the end zone this time, and Tucker right there on the coverage. The ball.
Jacob Ritz on to attempt a 45-yard field goal.
Ball just inside the right hash. Snap on the money. Kick is up, and it is going to be wide right. Looked like it was going to be a little bit short as well. So we have played through the first 24 minutes. Bears on top by a score of 35-0. We will kick off. Actually, Bellevue had gone out ready to receive, and then they decided they were going to switch ends. So Vallant and Kilberg had to run about a 80-yard trot right there to get ready. Whistle sounds. Kindon with the ball teed up. And this one will be fielded by Kilberg at the 12. Again, angling up to the near side. And it steps out at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 for the Comets.
Cade Daughtry, the quarterback for the Comets, out of the gun. Sends motion from Still Munkus left to right. They will hand it off. Again, Kilberg, there's that play. And Evans tries to track it down along with Tucker, among others. But Kilberg.
Down run.
Yeah. Out at the 42. Twins right. Still Munkus going in motion again. Going to run the exact same play. That time Kindon sliced in off of the outside linebacker spot. Covers him for a gain of about a yard. Rocha at the tackles right now. Second and 9. Daughtry turns, looks to his running back Kilberg. Now takes the snap, play action, looks near side for Vallant, and picked off by Wargo. Makes a great read on the route, and will be forced out of bounds across the 50 at the 48-yard line.
Play.
First down at the 47-yard line, say the 48. Wing formation, up under center is Koenig. Bellevue showing blitz. They run the crossbuck action that time, and not much running room right there for Linnock. No gate out of the eye. Koenig Hands off to Kendon. Looks for some running room. Lowers the shoulder down to the 42, 41-yard line. He's doing a fantastic job. But in that backfield, out of the running game, out of the gun here is Koenig. Third down, going to have timeout Bellevue. So third down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Trips left, Twins right, empty backfield for Koenig. Straight drop back. Nope, he's going to run the quarterback draw. Cuts to the near side. He's got enough for the first down. Lowers the shoulder at the 31. Hops right back up as he throws the ball and he gets out. I mean, that 90-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
Just open up those wheels. Back in the wing this time. They will run the cross buck. That time a good kick out block by Tysinger, and Lennox able to carry a defender with him inside the 25.
What I've been watching tonight, he has really done a very good job. Much more focused, much more staying with his blocks.
Out of the straight eye, there is the handoff to Kendon on the dive.
Devin Kendon, the ball carrier.
He's ahead to about...
Ball just outside the Comet 20-yard line.
There is the quarterback keeper for Koenig, and he's going to fight inside the 20 down to the 9. Robertson special delivery up here. Coach is acting like they're working hard. First down for the Bears. Trips right. Koenig's going to roll out that way. He's under pressure as the line lets a couple guys through. Now he throws on the run into the end zone just behind Kendon. It falls incomplete.
It'll be interesting if they come with the same package or how they vary it.
Second down and 10, up under center, out of the eye. Handoff off tackle right side. Lennox looks for a block on the outside from Tucker. He's at the 10, turns on the Jets into the end zone for a West Branch touchdown.
Corner up there and just delayed him enough that Luke was able just to sprint to the outside.
Extra point, snap from Rocha. Rummelhart with the spot. Kendon with the kick. West Branch on top by a score of 42-0. So Vallant and Kilberg back deep to receive. Kendon, decent height, pushes Kilberg back inside the 10. And every time on these kickoff coverage, you got 75, the big gun.
One of the linebackers.
Nick Madsen, almost said Jason, both wearing number 44. There is the handoff. Kilberg waits for a block, and he's swarmed under. He gets out to about the 29. It's like 15 Nick Schreiber out there as well. Kind of an outside backer safety combo. There is Kilberg, and Donovan with the stop as he gets out to about the 34-yard line. So third down and about 3. And there's the handoff right up the middle. Great job, Dietz, right there. Just basically pushed the lineman right back into the ball carrier.
Push.
Yeah.
That it's a tackle for loss just about every time.
Fourth down and a short 5. Still Munkus. Short motion, and the Bears going to jump off sides. They chomped a little bit, and then he's talking to the young man. It's like the previously mentioned Sam Martin's out there to backer now. There's the handoff off tackle right side for Kilberg, and he is brought down in the secondary. I believe that was Brandon Rummelhart. Like Avant back in. Connor Trickett just checked out. He was in that last play, and there's the handoff off tackle right side, and stood up, thrown back by Donovan is Kilberg. No gain on the play, 3rd and 2. Starting to grow and gain more confidence each and every week.
Right, and the one thing he does have is he does have speed.
Yeah.
You know, and he's got some toughness to him.
Trips left for Bellevue. They're going to toss it this way for Kilberg. Turns it up underneath the cornerback. Breaks a couple arm tackles. Brought down across the 45. Down to the had to do and forced it in. Just had to wait and saw a couple of moves there from Kilberg. First down at the West Branch 43-yard line. 1:40 to go. Third quarter. Bears on top 42-0. There's the quarterback keeper the whole way, and Daughtry carrying the defenders with him inside the 35 to the 34. 2nd and 1. Straight drop back to pass Daughtry. Pump fake. Steps up under the pressure. Now throws deep. He's got the freshman Daughtry, and he dropped it and a yard. Twins left. Vallant splits out to the right. Still Munkus. in that wing, runs shuffle motion right to left. They're going to run right behind him with Kilberg. Bounces it to the outside. Evans grabbing to a jersey, trying to hang on to him. Gets a couple of his teammates over there to help stop him. Not before Kilberg picks up a gain, and Lang, number 77, into the ball game at a D tackle now. Daughtry, straight drop back to pass, and airmailed that one all the way over. As Volant flip ends, 1st and 10 at the 32. Still Munkus with that motion. Handoff right to him, to Kilberg, and this time he stood up and thrown back.
Kilberg, the ball carrier.
Ball comes out, but he's already down. Matson, Lang. Should be 2nd down, I believe. The down marker says 3rd, but I think it's still 2nd down. Straight drop back to pass. Daughtry pump fakes, now throws, and just behind the intended target. Flag comes in. Falls incomplete.
Good opportunity to play.
Right. So push him back to the 44-yard line, 3rd and long. Twins either way, 3rd and 24. Straight drop back to pass, and coming up deep is Volant, and the ball comes incomplete. He made an adjustment. Nick Schreiber out there.
Jacob Branson to do the punting.
I think the Bears keeping mostly the regular defense out there, just Barnes back to receive it. Bit of a high snap, and Evans almost blocked it. Kick bounces into Barnes' hands. He breaks 2 tackles in the back, trying to find some running room, and is tripped up at about the 12-yard line. So that's where the Bears offense will come out. It's like Schreiber and Martins in the backfield. Tucker and Trick at the wideouts. Rummelhart under center. There's the handoff off tackle for Schreiber. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. And he's ahead for a couple on the play.
Or practices. And I think the coaching staff has a lot of confidence in the young man.
Straight eye again. Graves splits out to the near side. Trick it to the far side. There's the fullback, Martins, trying to find some running room outside. Nothing doing there.
For the Bears.
Rummelhart up under center. Straight drop back to pass. Pump fakes. Nobody's out there. Now he's just going to tuck it up and run, and slides as he's across the 20 to about the 22.
I think he's got the 1st down.
At the 21. You got Cobbla staying in there at a tight end. There is Schreiber up the middle, fighting his way out to the 25-yard line.
Schreiber on the carry.
Otherwise, the line the same. Rummelhart, quick hitter to Martins. He's got a nice hole as he carries the ball with 2 hands across the 30 to the 32. Dyka coming in, splitting out wide to the near side. Rummelhart hands off to Schreiber. Bounces off of a couple of guys across the 35, 37-yard line. Again, staying just that basic I formation. Quick hitter to Martins. He looks for a block outside from Styka, breaks an arm tackle, stiff arms a man, and is brought down at the 45.
Another 1st down.
It'll split out wide to the near side of the formation. Hart with the cadence. Handoff right side Schreiber. He's drilled as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Still Munkus right there. And a long 9. Hart hands off to Martins, and he gets some running room, cuts it to the outside, and fights his way ahead to the 46-yard line of... It's all right. We'll keep going.
3rd short for the Bears.
3rd and inches. And there's the quarterback keeper. Rummelhart gets stood up. Now he cuts it to the outside, and he's going to spin his way inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. Quarterback keeper, and he got thrown back right away. Rummelhart hands off Schreiber, off tackle left side, looking to get the outside, but is wrestled down for Madsen Quinney in there to guard 2. Number 44 on the O-line. There's the handoff to Martins, and they just blitz that time, and Martins is thrown back for a loss of about.
He's got about a foot on his defender.
Yeah. Four-step drop. That's what they're doing. Looking for Stika, makes the adjustment, and the grab! Inside the 15, down to the 13. Give him 26 on the reception.
That was a great throw. Nice catch.
So first down for the Bears to the 13-yard line after the 26-yard completion on third down. Rumelhart hands off to Martins, and not much doing there as he falls forward for about a yard.
Probably have gotten 4 or 5 first downs and are basically gonna run out the clock and hopefully have a chance at scoring.
Yeah. Rumelhart hands off. Fumbles the ball and then picks it back up and tries to get something out of nothing, and then fumbles the ball out of bounds again. Minute to go in the ball game. Rumelhart looking over to the sideline, trying to get as much time off that clock as possible. There's the handoff to Sparks, and just kind of trips as he gets up to the line of scrimmage. You already lining up at midfield. West Branch will come away with a 42-0 victory here today over the Bellevue Comets. Move their record to 5-0 on the season.